So today's video is a new series which will happen every Monday called BS of the Week. So if you have any BS of the Week suggestions, then leave the details in the comments below and I will choose one of these for next week's BS of the Week video. So today's BS of the Week video is from our good old friend Dr Berg, in which he discusses how you reduce bloating quickly. You are not going to want to miss this. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I jump into the video, just a quick reminder that I'm now offering the SIBO, organic acids, stool tests and consult via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. So before I play you some of Dr Berg's hilarious recommendations, I first want to explain why people develop gas and bloating in the first place. So gas and bloating is generally caused by things like stomach acid problems, bile issues, pancreatic enzyme insufficiency, gut motility problems, gut infections such as SIBO, IBS, gastroparesis, dysbiosis in the gut, and even things like stress that can impact on your sympathetic nervous system. And these are just a few of the things that can trigger gas and bloating. So with that in mind, let's see what Dr Berg suggests we do to fix these type of problems.
Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to reduce bloating quickly.
Great, I'm looking forward to it. Dr Berg, what you got for me?
So there's some real simple things you can do. Number one, acupressure.
What? No, I'm just joking. I know what acupressure is. So what Dr Berg is getting at here is that he believes in the concept of life energy flowing through various meridians in the body. So acupressure is similar in nature to acupuncture, another alternative medicine practice with no scientific basis. So what he is saying here is that if you give the gut a quick poke and a prod, then the bloating will magically go away. So let's continue.
Acupressure is basically you're pressing, instead of using needles, you're pressing on different parts of your body. Now, where you want to press is you want to press underneath your right rib cage, right here. Take your hand and press into it and hold that for 2 minutes. What are you doing? You're kind of massaging your gallbladder, and that will help reduce all that congestion in there, and you'll feel less bloated because the gallbladder stores something called bile, B-I-L-E, and that's really what helps you digest the fats. And if you're deficient in bile, or the gallbladder is sluggish, you will get bloating when you eat. Okay.
So Dr Berg is indeed correct in that bile emulsifies fat, and if your gallbladder is not functioning correctly, then it can certainly trigger bloating and gas issues. But this is where the validity of Dr Berg's statements finish. There is absolutely zero scientific evidence that prodding in the location of your gallbladder will cause the release of bile. Bile release is a tightly controlled process and is largely controlled by stomach acid and pancreatic enzymes. If Dr Berg's theory was even remotely true, simple things like running around and playing sport, which would exert pressures on the gallbladder, would trigger the excessive release of bile, and then you would experience things like bile acid malabsorption because of the excessive release of bile. So first claim is an absolute fallacy, but let's move on.
Okay, then you want to press on the other side, right through in here, because you got the gallbladder on the right side. On the left side you have the pancreas. So the pancreas is the other digestive gland that helps you make the enzymes to digest all these foods. So every time you eat, your pancreas senses what you eat and it generates certain enzymes to help break that down. So if you run out of certain enzymes, you're going to get bloated because the pancreas is not doing its job and you're going to feel just bloated. So you want to work on the left side as well. So you have 2 minutes on the right, 2 minutes on the left, boom, you feel less bloated.
Boom! So you feel less bloated. So this is absolutely hilarious. So in Dr Berg's words, if you run out of certain enzymes, you will become bloated because the pancreas is not doing its job. So a quick question for you, Dr Berg. So if there's no enzymes, as you say, what is prodding the pancreas going to do? Boom!
But of course, we want to fix the diet because this is only temporary. The next time you eat, it comes right back.
Oh, what? You mean I can't just keep poking? Okay, what else you got for me?
The common ones are the grains, and that would be the breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, biscuits, waffles, pancakes, sodas, juice, alcohol, things like that, the sugars, but especially gluten. Gluten is it's the protein in the grain. It just creates a lot of bloating for people.
So yes, there is a lot of truth in there. So if you are eating a lot of processed refined foods and sugars, then it absolutely can cause gas and bloating. But in terms of gluten, you would only need to remove it if you have an intolerance to it or if you have celiac disease. If you have neither of these problems, then there is zero need to pull gluten out of your diet. The only caveat to this is if you have autoimmune conditions or you have gut infections. So removing the gluten can give the gut a chance to heal if it's removed for a short period of time.
Now, sugars, especially combined with protein. So if you're doing some hamburger with the bun and the fries and the soda, or the hot dog with the bun, you know, and the carbs, oh my gosh, you are going to get a massive spike of insulin and massive bloating.
Yes, common sense. If you're eating those types of food, then it can cause significant gas and bloating in some. So I'm not sure what he's trying to get at here. Probably the usual guff that all carbs are bad, regardless of whether they are refined or not.
And the starches, so we got the rice, potato, things like that. Those are foods that will bloat you.
No. Foods like potatoes will only cause bloating if you have issues in the gut, such as stomach acid issues. If you don't have these type of problems, then the only way that you would bloat is if there is an allergy present. I just love Dr. Berg's carbohydrate phobia.
And of course, you can do too much protein as well. So again, we want to reduce those common things. And then at the same time, let's say you reduce them and you still have a problem. Then we have to increase your acid in your stomach. Especially if you have acid reflux. Why? Because acid reflux is caused by not enough acid. And people taking antacids, oh my gosh, they just screw everything up.
Yes, there's some truth in some of that. If you have cleared out your diet of all the junk and you are still bloating and have lots of gas, then you want to look at areas such as your stomach acid. But you certainly do not want to be loading up on hydrochloric acid or other supplements unless you specifically know where the issues are coming from. So my advice here is to reach out to a healthcare professional, otherwise you could be potentially doing a lot more harm than good. Case in point, if you have gastric ulcers or gastritis, then the last thing that you want to be doing is throwing hydrochloric acid down your neck.
So we want to increase the acid, we want to increase the bile, B-I-L-E, which helps you digest fat. So the way I do it is I use the apple cider vinegar plus. This has something called a concentrated apple cider vinegar tablet, so you can swallow it before a meal, like 2 to 3 before a meal, and it has something else called betaine hydrochloride, which basically builds up your acids in your stomach.
Ah, look at that. He's even got his own little supplement brand.
Okay, so this is really important. And then the gallbladder formula. This has some purified bile salts. You take it after you eat, just one. Take 2 or 3 before, 1 after.
Okay, so supplements are fine to use for short periods to act as a catalyst to get things moving in the right direction. But the main issue I have with Dr. Berg's approach is that all he is doing here is throwing supplements at an issue to mask a problem. If you have issues with gas and bloating, then your body is trying to tell you something. You don't want to mask these issues, you want to identify the root cause of these issues and then address them where possible.
It's just going to help you. And then the bile also has in there a lot of other things. It has enzymes, it has things to help the gallbladder, and it's a combination that is really good for bloating to correct the problem. A lot of people are happy with that. So yes, we want to give you some temporary relief, we want to change the diet, and we might need to use nutrition if it doesn't go away. All right? I will see you in the next video.
So I can safely say, Dr. Berg, you will certainly not see me in the next one unless one of my little gojis recommends you again for another BS of the week. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.